Outreach Coordinator for VCALG, and today I'll be walking you through the TMDL module in Clearwater. So the first thing you'll do is log in. So you log into Clearwater and you'll see your contact details on the dashboard, and you'll just want to go through and make sure that everything looks right. All your contact info is updated, and then if anything needs to be changed, you can go and click the edit button, update any info that you notice needs to be updated, and then just make sure to save your changes when you're done. So once you're done with that, we can navigate over to the TMDL tab. Okay, and the first thing you'll see here is the directions page. So here you'll see a link to the TMDL 101 workshop recording, which will be a deep dive into TMDLs if you want to learn more. And then we'll also have the FAQ link if you need to see frequently asked questions and answers regarding TMDLs, NOI submission, and track selection. To begin the process of submitting your NOI, we can navigate to the left side of the screen and click step 1, which is NOI selection. Okay, so now we are in the NOI selection screen. Again, you'll have some directions up here. You'll want to make sure to read through those, and then we'll find section 1, enrollee information, and we want to just verify that all of our contact information is correct, as this is what will be reflected on your NOI that you will be submitting to the regional board. So next we'll go down to section 2, affected parcel information. So we can expand on each parcel. So we see here the TMDL column. So this is the name of the TMDL that was triggered. We have our constituent that exceeded, and then these two columns are for track selection. So if you click on track 1 and 2, they both have an information icon you can click on. And then here you'll see the definitions of each track. So track 1 is the default pathway. This is one that all landowners and growers can choose. And this is essentially edge of field sampling. And if you go this path, you will have to submit a monitoring and reporting plan to the regional board. And then we have track 2, which is the opt-in option. And this is available only to parcels whose landowners are in good standing. This track involves working with a professional to develop a management practice plan, and this is an implementation-based pathway. So once you read that, we can close out of it. And then if we look here at track eligibility, you will see that this landowner's only, or this account is only eligible for track 1. So if you click on this information icon, you will see what defines being in good standing. So all parcels must be enrolled in VCALG, have your 2 hours of continuing education units for the year, and have all of your farm evaluation surveys completed. So once you read that, we can close. And since we're not in good standing, here we can take a look at the parcels tab. And you can see that both parcels are enrolled, but there is an incomplete farm evaluation survey in this case, which is indicated by this red icon. So this can actually be fixed really easily if you want to be eligible for track 2, and this is if your farm evaluation surveys aren't done, all you have to do is go in and complete them. So now you can see that all of the icons for the parcel have turned green, indicating that your farm evaluation survey has been completed. Okay, so we are back on the NOI selection page, and we'll scroll down to section 2, affected parcel information, and you will see that your track eligibility has already changed. So now you have the option of track 1 or track 2 for your parcels. So in this case, on this parcel, we will select track 1, and then for the second parcel, we will select track 2. And I just want to note that if you choose the same track for all of your parcels, one NOI will be generated. If you select different tracks, multiple NOIs will be generated. So that is what I'll be demonstrating. So after you select your tracks, we'll do the confirm selection, and then you'll get this pop-up, and you are just confirming that you have chosen your track selections, and you will not be able to change them once you submit your NOI to the regional board. So in the module, you are able to go back and forth and change things as needed, but once it is submitted to the regional board, your track selection is final. So we'll want to confirm, and then we will move on to step 2, NOI submission. Okay, so now we are in the NOI submission page. You'll have some directions up here. You'll want to make sure to read through that. And then we can navigate down to the NOI submission table. You will see that two NOIs were generated. Since there was two track selections, you can see here track 1 and track 2, that generated two NOIs. So we have our first APN and our second. So the next thing you'll want to do is just make sure that everything looks correct, and then we'll go ahead and download our NOIs. And then once you download that, you'll see these will be pre-filled with all of the information we just filled out in the last step. So you just want to see that everything is correct. Again, we'll see our parcels, the TMDL, the constituent that exceeded, whether it was a wet or dry weather event. And then page 2, we'll see section 3, enrollee standing. Section 4 is track 1 or track 2 selection. So in this case, it was track 1. So now we have section 5, the certification, and this is where you will need the landowner to sign off on the NOI. So it is important to note here that while a grower can go in and generate the NOI, fill it out, and submit it for the landowner has to sign off, as compliance ultimately falls to the landowner. So once you get their signature, we'll be done with this page, and then you'll want to scroll over to page 3. Submittal instructions. So another really important thing to note with these NOIs is that you have to submit them to the regional board directly. So the instructions on how to do that are here. You can either do it via email or you can mail it to them to this address. So once you're done with the NOI, you'll want to go ahead and save. And we recommend saving it as a PDF. So go ahead and click save and OK. And then we'll go back to Clearwater and you'll want to click upload. So this is where you'll upload the NOI. And again, you'll get a pop-up, and here you are just confirming that the landowner has signed off. You're acknowledging that your track selection is final, and it can only be changed if there is a change in land ownership. And then finally, you'll want to make sure that you submit this to the regional board. So again, just emphasizing that you must do that directly, and then you'll want to input the date that you sent it to them. So here we'll click the date we sent it to the regional board and then hit next. And then you want to upload that NOI. So we'll select the file and then you will be all done. So you'll know that your NOI was submitted when you have the option to download a signed copy of your NOI. So you are done with uploading your NOI, and then I just want to note that soon we will have built-in functionality in Clearwater for the plan upload and the deadline tracker tabs. On the plan upload tab, you will be able to upload your track, either track 1, MRP, or your track 2 MPP, and then your deadline tracker tab will have a timeline for you to stay on top of your compliance milestones. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or need any additional assistance, feel free to reach out to our office via email or phone. Thank you.